welcome to Anava Yoga Studio. I'm Kat, for those of you who haven't tried one of our videos before, and it's lovely to have everyone on the mat with me today. So today's yoga flow, is a flow for the heart. So we're just looking to support and lighten the heart, encourage it to shine forwards. So just make sure you've got whatever you need to help you today. So if you like to have a block to sit on, or you use a cushion or a rolled up blanket, make sure you've got that handy. And if you do find that you like to use a strap or anything like that when you're doing your forward fold, then make sure you have strap, scarf, belt, whatever it is, again, that you use at home to help with your practice. Okay, so when you're ready, we're just going to come to sit in a comfortable position. So, pop the cushion or the block underneath your hips if you feel you need it. Make sure that you're comfortable where you are, so you can focus on the breathing. So if you don't like the easy seated, the cross-legged position, we're going to just take the feet out in front and then sit nice and tall. So when you're ready, we're just going to lengthen up, relax the shoulders, bring the hands then either to rest on your thighs or in your lap. Close your eyes if that feels okay. And then just start to follow the breathing. So we're taking those big breaths in through the nose and out through the nose if we can. Breathing all the way down into your belly. See if you can feel the movement through the belly and the movement through the chest. If it helps, just taking one hand on, or two hands onto the belly, the space below the belly button and the navel. Breathing into the space in the hands. We're here for 2 more breaths. And just fluttering the eyes open. When you're ready, draw some big circles round with the shoulders. So we want to get as much movement as we can through the tips of the shoulders, through the shoulder blades as they move around the rib cage at the back. So inhale, take the shoulders up. Exhale, let them relax and melt. One more. Taking them all the way around, drop them down the rib cage. And as you feel the shoulder blades drop, just feel the spine lengthen and feel your connection through your sit bones on the mat. So we're sitting nice and tall, supported from the pelvis, from the hips, back supported, chest supported, heart supported. And then hands are going to come onto your knees. So if you can't sit in that cross-leg position, maybe take that sort of wide diamond shape here. So you can just hold on to the fronts of the shins or the knees, and as you exhale, round through the spine, Inhale, draw the shoulder blades back, press the chest forward. So we start to find our seated cat stretch. So rounding back, inhaling, pressing the chest, the heart forward, starting to find a bit of movement through the shoulder blades as they come into the back of the spine. So we're going to go for 2 more. Pressing the front of the sternum and the rib cage forwards. Imagine you've got a little light on that chest that's going to shine out. We've got 1 more there. And then come back into the middle. Just stack yourself up over the hips. And we're going to make a little cactus with the right arm. With the left hand, see if you can come around and just find the bony bit at the back of the shoulder. So somewhere towards the middle of the chest. If you can't quite reach or find it, don't worry about it. You could always just come around the front and see if you can find the bony bit there. We just want to be able to feel it then moving backwards and forwards. So as you breathe out, we're going to find a press forwards with the arm. As you breathe in, feel the shoulder blade come back in underneath your fingers if you're around the back, and use your fingers just to guide the shoulder blade into the middle of the back. So breathe out, round it forwards. As you inhale, again, use your fingers to guide the shoulder back. If it's a little bit much with the arm there, remember you can have it at the front. We're going to do the same thing. Use your fingertips just to help guide that shoulder blade into the back of the spine. We're going to go for 1 more. So it's going to round forwards and then come back into the middle of the spine and down as if you've got a little imaginary pocket in the back of your trousers or shorts. 1 more. Guide the shoulder blade back in and down. Good. Relax the right arm down. Give both shoulders a little roll round. And then we're going to cactus, make that L shape with the left arm. See if you can find the tip or the left shoulder blade. So again, take the hand wherever you feel you can. If you can't reach around the back, it can come over the top. As you exhale, press the arm forwards. As you inhale, guide it back. So we're using that right arm to help guide, right fingers to help guide the shoulder blade back into the middle of the spine. So it wants to come into the center and then guide it down towards the bottom of the spine, towards those pockets on the back of your imaginary pockets on the back of your, or maybe they are, those pockets are even there, on the back of the hip. 1 more with the left arm. And then release it. Let both arms roll round. And then we're going to just reconnect again. Think of those sit bones pressing into the floor. Sit nice and tall. Exhale, bring both arms together. Inhale, squeeze both shoulder blades back. So have that sensation that you've just been working with of the shoulder blades moving in and to the spine and down. Two more. So big exhale, as you round forwards. Big inhale as you press it back, and then relax the arms down, give the shoulders a little roll back. So that rounded position, that sort of slumpy one there, is one that so many of us fall into, particularly with all our work that we do on computers and with laptops and phones and all that sort of thing. And it's also sometimes if we're feeling a little bit vulnerable, maybe we're a bit sad about something or a bit stressed about something, we tend to hug in as well to protect ourselves. So what we were trying to do is find that nice long posture supported from the bottom, drawing the shoulders back, and those shoulders pulling back into the middle of the spine are going to help support the heart. So we're looking at our posture to help ourselves feel a little better. Good. So when you're ready, we are coming round onto your hands and knees. So we're going to take that same movement then now with the arms and the shoulders as we come into our full cat stretch. So we're going to get the spine moving, get the shoulders moving. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and as you exhale, push up, round up, push the shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, turn the tailbone up, draw the shoulders back. So we're going to exhale, round. Inhale, draw it back. Following your breathing, connect the movement with the breath. We're going to go for 2 more. Really think about where the shoulders go in, finding that movement in the upper back, chest. And then come back into a neutral spine position. Tuck the toes under, and as you exhale, just lift the hips up. Come back to your downward facing dog. Give yourself a little pedal out there if it helps. And then when you're ready, see if you can just allow the heels to press a little bit closer towards the floor. Let the front of the chest, the heart, still think of the light. Just shine back towards the knees. And then we're going to release it. Come forwards to plank. So as you exhale, lift the hips up. As you inhale, come forward, shoulders over wrist, plank. So just starting to warm up a little bit more. We're going to do that one more time. Reach all the way up. Come forwards. And then lower all the way down towards the mat. So we're going to bring our fingers in underneath our shoulders so we can come into cobra. So we're going to start with some very small baby cobra movements and then try and make them a little bit bigger if we can. So as you inhale, squeeze the shoulders back. Focus on that movement of the shoulder blades, coming back down into the middle of the spine. And that's then going to help start to fuel the chest up. Exhale, release it. Take the shoulders back. Squeeze them in and down to the middle of the spine. Feel the heart, the chest then supported as you rise up that little higher. We're going to do that 3 more times. So just lifting up a little bit higher each time if you can. Starting to feel that work then coming through the lower back and the glutes. Finding that support in the lower part of the body. We're going to come up one more time. And then this time as you exhale, send the hips all the way back. Come to your child's pose. Allow yourself to fully relax here. If you'd like to, you could take your hands into a shark's fin, that Anjali Mudra prayer position with the hands. Just bring the hands around the back of the head and maybe draw some little circles from the wrists, circling around with the fingers in each direction. And then the hands are coming back out in front. Come up onto your hands and knees as you tuck your toes under and lift the hips up and back. Come back into that downward facing dog. And then we just want to bring ourselves up towards the top of the mat. So just making a few steps, doing whatever you need to. Bring yourself all the way to the top. Bring the big toes together. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, relax forwards, maybe taking a nice big bend in the knees at this point. And then as you exhale, round all the way up to standing, feeling yourself rooting down through the feet. Strong foundation, strong support. Reach the arms up, lift the chest up, the heart up, glute muscles are engaged. And then as you exhale, bring the hands back into your center. So we're just going to pause here. Ground down through the feet, lift up through the heart. So bring your sternum towards your thumb. Melt the shoulder blades back down the rib cage, and then feel that grounding coming all the way down through the back body into the heels at the back. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Shine up with the chest, the heart, and then as you exhale, bring the hands all the way down towards the floor. We're going to inhale, step back with the right leg. Bring the knee down towards the mat, low lunge. Inhale, take the arms up, make that little cactus movement. Maybe forming a little bit more of a V this time, and squeeze the shoulders into the middle of the spine, pull them down. Lift the heart up, let that imaginary light shine out. Good. Exhale, release the hands down towards the floor, untuck the back toes, step back to plank, so option to have the knees on the floor if you prefer here. Squeeze the belly button in, tuck the tailbone under, and then as you exhale, lower to the mat. So we can come down through the knees or through a chaturanga if you prefer. Inhale, cobra, or your up dog. Exhale, push the toes back, or umbrella, push back to downward facing dog. We want to hop, step, jump up to the top of the mat, do whatever again you need to. Big toes together, touching, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, round up through the spine. Reach the arms up, big inhale, lift up with the chest. Exhale, hands to center. So again, press the sternum towards your thumb. Grounding down through the feet, feeling that lift up through the chest. Melt the shoulders back. Round down through the back of the body and into the heels. So we've got that strong foundation. We've got the balls of the feet supporting us. We've got the heels supporting us. And then that strength, that support is coming all the way up through the body. Inhale, reach up. Tadasana. Exhale, come down to forward fold. Inhale as you step back with the left foot. Big step back, drop the knee. And then again, we're going to inhale, take the arms up. So make sure your front knee is over the ankle. Don't let it push forwards. Squeeze those shoulder blades back as we come back into that heart shine with our low lunge. Good. Release the hands down, step back through to plank. So again, knees on the floor if you need it. Squeeze the belly in as you tuck the tailbone under. Exhale, lower all the way down through the mat. Use the knees if it helps, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or your up dog. Just be thinking about those shoulders, squeeze them back. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, hop, step, do whatever you need to bring your feet to the front. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, micro bend the knees. We're going to round all the way up, reach the fingers up. Inhaling, exhale, hands back to the center. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, round, down through the feet. So we've got that lift coming up through the chest, melting the shoulder blades, coming down through the spine towards the heels. As you exhale this time, squeeze the belly in, send the hips back, come to Utkatasana, chair pose. So we're going to feel that strong support coming from the hips, the belly, the back, hands into the center. Lift the sternum in towards the thumbs again, squeeze those shoulder blades back and down. So we're still working on what's going on here. Breathe. Good. Inhale, push it all the way up. Exhale, come to standing, stillness in Tadasana, in mountain pose. Feeling the strength coming up through the front as we lift the chest, melting the shoulders down, grounding down to the heels. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take it all the way down towards the floor. We're going to inhale, step back with the right foot. Come through to warrior two, so just turning the back foot out. Sink down, press through the feet, ground down, front knee over the ankle. Press into both feet, and then as the arms reach out, think about just rolling those shoulders up, back, down, and into the middle. So again, they're dropping down. Think of those imaginary pockets on the back of your hips, the back of your bum, that your shoulder blades are dropping into. Feel that expansion, that opening through the chest, the heart. And then as you exhale, tail the hands down towards the floor, step back to plank. Exhale to lower. So you move in your own time here. Follow your breathing. Do work through your flow. So it's finding your version of the back bend. Exhale to downward dog. Hop or step up to the top of the mat again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rising up, rounding up through the spine, lifting the chest up, opening out. Exhale, hands to center. Ground down. Lift the sternum. Find that connection riding up through the body and back down the back of the body. Inhale, sweep the arms up to extended mountain. Exhale, come through to forward fold. As you inhale, step back with the left foot this time. So big step back, turning the back foot out, arms reaching out, warrior two. Strong down through the legs. So find that foundation, that support in the legs. Grounding down through the feet, pushing through the legs. Then think about just settling through those shoulder blades, dropping them back down the spine. Breathe here. Nice big breath in and out. Good. Exhale, take the hands all the way down towards the floor. Inhale, come to plank. Squeeze the belly in, and we're going to exhale, draw lower to the mat. Come all the way if it helps. Inhale, cobra or up dog, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, again, just hopping, stepping up to the front of the mat, doing what you need to. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, stretch up tall. Exhale, hands to center. Ground, connect the sternum with the thumb, not the shoulders back. Good. Squeezing the belly in, we're going to take our balance. So we're going to really ground down through the left side. As you exhale, squeeze the belly in, draw the shoulders back, keep the sternum pressing into the thumb, lift the right leg up. Strong here. We're going to use the core then to lengthen out through that right leg if that feels okay. If there's too much, just keep the knee bent. Good. Take the knee down, or the foot down rather, ground down through your right side. As you exhale, squeeze the belly and take the right leg up. So keep squeezing those shoulders back. Thumb pressing, or sternum pressing into the thumb. Belly is a little bit stronger then again if you want to extend the left leg out. Good. Release the left leg down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Find the grounding down through the feet. Squeeze the shoulders back. And then exhale, squeeze the belly in as you sit back through to chair again. So find that strength in the body here. Grounding down through the feet. Strong support. But let strength just coming all the way up through the legs. Up in towards the rib cage, up to the heart. Squeeze those shoulders back. Then lengthen out through the crown of the head. So we don't want to sink down and collapse into that heart space here. We want to keep the length through the spine. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it all the way down towards the floor. And then hop or step back to plank. Breathe here. Just tuck the tailbone under. Squeeze the belly in. Find your strength in your plank pose. And then exhale, lower all the way to the mat. So we're going to spend a moment just working on Salasana, our locust pose. So again, we're going to not jump straight into the full expression. We're going to think about what we're doing with that upper body and build it up to the level that we feel comfortable with then. So when you're ready, inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades back. Palms are just lifting that little way up off the floor. See if you can take the chest up. Feel that support from the glutes and the lower back. Doesn't have to be a big back bend here. It's just enough to feel the lift and squeeze back of the shoulders. Exhale, release. Let the head roll one way. Good. Come back into the center with the head. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale. Squeeze the chest up. Maybe it comes up a little higher this time. Draw those shoulder blades back. Think about that work we did with the fingertips, touching the shoulder blades, pulling them into the middle of the spine. Good, strong support from the muscles in your bum and your lower back. Exhale, release. Let the head roll the other way this time. Come back into the center. This time, if it feels okay, get the legs involved. If it feels enough just to take the chest up, then just keep on working on the lift with the chest. Whatever you do, don't lose that connection with the heart, the shoulders, the squeeze back of the shoulder blades. When you're ready then, we're going to inhale, roll the shoulders back, squeeze them down, lift the chest, and if it feels good, take those legs up. Lots of support from that core area, that trunk area. Good. Exhale, release it. And this time, take yourself all the way back to your child's pose. So just make child's pose your own. Feel comfortable here. Take the knees a little bit wider if it helps. Cushion the head if you want with the hands, or perhaps bring your hands around by your feet if that feels good this time. And then we're going to exhale, slowly round ourselves up. Melt the shoulders back, releasing the legs out in front. So we're going to come into our boat pose. Just work on the strength in that core area and that abdominal area. So remember, if we're strong here, that helps to keep our posture nice and long. And the stronger we are here, the more support we give to here. So when you're ready, we're going to find the backs of the thighs, just bending the knees. Sit nice and tall, so have that feeling of creating that length out through the head. Make this area feel nice and light rather than heavy and sunk inwards. Draw those shoulder blades back. So even though we're working on our core, we can still think about what we're doing with the shoulders and the upper body. Inhale, and then when you're ready, exhale. Tuck the tailbone under. Take that little rock over the very bottom of the spine as you walk. Slide your feet in. Take the knees up. If you want to work that a little bit harder, by all means, stretch the toes up to the sky, to the ceiling. Keep drawing those shoulder blades back. Don't worry about the arms at the moment. Just keep squeezing those shoulder blades into the middle of the spine. Imagine you were trying to connect the center of your chest, your sternum, your heart to your knees. Good. Exhale, take the toes down. We're just going to cross the left leg in with the right leg in front if we can. Otherwise, just come to a reverse tabletop position so that we can then exhale, lift the hips up. Press forwards. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Nice big stretch through the front. One more breath here. And then exhale, release the hips down. Bring the feet back out in front of you if they're not there already. Find the backs of the thighs again. So again, lengthen up. Start to squeeze. Find that strength as the belly button comes into the spine, starting to engage the core. Find that strength there. Sit tall. Roll your shoulders back. As you exhale, start to take that little tuck under with the tailbone so that we're not just leaning back, we're rocking back. Take the feet up. So this time, if we can, we're going to try and release the arms. So maybe you need to take the feet a little bit lower to help you do this. Cactus the arms, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades into the middle of the spine. Keep squeezing the core in. So we want that back and down feeling with the shoulders. Lifting the chest. If you can, take the legs to the sky, to the ceiling, go for it. Accept the wobbles here, accept that those wobbles are a sign of the work. Good. Bring the hands back round the thighs, lowering your feet to the floor. Again, come back to that reverse tabletop position, or we are going to bring right foot in with the left foot in front. Take the hands back behind you, and then as you exhale, take the knees towards the floor, squeeze the hips up. Big stretch through the front. Maybe it feels nice to let the head roll back this time. Good. Release the hips down. Send the legs out in front. So we're going to just spend a moment sitting on the mat. So if you do want to put your block in, we're going to have a little twist and then a fold to each side. So if you would like to bring your block in, just bring the block in now underneath your hips. So we're going to sit tall, relax the shoulders. Bring the right knee up in towards you. And then if it feels okay, just cross it over the left leg. If it doesn't, keep it planted in front. So feel the connection, just ground down through the legs and the foot. Really feel the connection of your sit bones on the floor. So we've got that nice big strong base at the bottom. Inhale, lengthen up. Feel the light at the front of the chest shining out so that we roll our shoulders up. Grow up through the crown of the head rather. Then roll the shoulders back. Holding onto the right knee with the left hand, we're going to inhale. Take the right arm up. Start to find that little bit of a cactus through the arm. As you exhale, twist to the right, pulling the shoulder blade back down and into the middle of the spine. Inhale. And then as you exhale, keep that feeling of the shoulder blade pulling down as the right fingertips come to the mat. If you want to just hug that right knee in a little bit more here, you can. Look over the back shoulder. Keep both shoulder blades drawing back and into the middle of the spine. Keep wrapping that right shoulder in particular back and down. Exhale, release. Come back into the middle. Take the right foot, place it on the inside of the thigh. If it needs to come a little bit lower, it can, or it can come out that little bit wider. So we're going to come to our fold. So if you like to use a scarf or a strap here, you can. The important thing here is as we come forwards, we're not hugging the shoulder blades in towards each other. So even if you do kind of want to use your strap just to give you a little bit of a pull forwards, watch that these arms and these shoulders are kept really relaxed. So it's not a big pull, there's no real strength going on in the arms, it's just a gentle pull forwards through the strap. So we're going to inhale, lengthen up, melt the shoulders back. If you're not holding your strap, just bring your fingertips down to the floor. And then as you exhale, fold forwards. So we're not going to worry about holding on to the toes or the feet or the ankle or anywhere today. We're just going to let the hands rest maybe by the knees, maybe by the calves. Keep that awareness of the shoulder blades coming back down into the middle of the spine so that we're not collapsing or rounding forwards. We're trying to keep ourselves as open as we can through the front, even though we are coming into this fold, not that big hug forwards of the shoulders. Breathe. Good. Inhale. Take the right leg out in front. Bring the left leg in. So again, keep it planted in front of you, or if it feels okay, we're going to take the cross. Ground down through the left foot, through the right leg, lengthen up to the crown of the head. Supporting the left knee then with the right hand. We're going to inhale, sweep the left arm up. Feel the crown of the head reach up at the same time, and then as you exhale, start to twist. Pull your shoulder blade back into the middle, cactusing the arm. And then next breath out, maybe twist a little further, bring the fingers back. Keep thinking about that opening here, pulling the shoulders back so the chest, the heart is shining out to the side here. If you want to take a little hug of a knee here, maybe just finding a little deeper twist, you can. If it helps, if you just want to hold on to it, just hold there. Look over the back of the arm. Try not to lean backwards. Make sure that you still keep the heart, the chest over the hips. Good. Release it. Come back into the middle as you inhale. Exhale. Release the left foot so that it just comes back down. So again, inside of the thigh, the calf, or slightly wider if that helps. Got to be mindful of the joints through the hip and the knee. Sit nice and tall. Find that little feeling of length again, that lightness, that growing out of the shoulders and the chest. Ground down through all the areas connecting with the mat, and then as you exhale, come forwards. Remember, if you're using your strap, it's not a big pull, just a gentle bend in the elbows with the strap to help you come forwards. Otherwise, the hands are staying on the mat. We don't want to have that big round and reach. We probably will round a little bit because of the way we are folding forwards, but we're trying not to consciously, deliberately round by reaching towards the feet. And then think about the breathing. Use the breath just to breathe into any areas that maybe feel a little bit tight. Inhale, sit yourself up. Releasing the left leg out in front. Give the legs a little shake if you want. And then when you're ready, we are going to exhale, squeeze the tummy muscles in. Just start to roll yourself back through your spine. You can use your hands to help for support if you want. Once you get there, inhale, take the arms all the way back. Big stretch out from fingers to toes. And then release the hands back down by your sides, walking the feet up towards your hips. Plant your heels in front of your hips. Just shuffle those shoulder blades, tuck them in underneath the lungs, the chest, and then when you're ready, exhale, turn the tailbone up. We're going to roll up through to bridge pose. So a nice bit of support coming from the hips here as we lift up. Keep tucking those shoulder blades in underneath you. Think about trying to create space here under the chest, lifting up high from the mat if you can. If it's within your practice, just to be able to clasp your hands in underneath you, clasp them in as well. Just make sure that you're still squeezing those shoulder blades in and down the spine, nestling them in underneath the body. Breathe here. Plant down through the feet, push the knees away. Release the hands. Exhale, curl all the way down through your spine. We're going to bring the knees up in towards us, coming through to happy baby pose. Remember, you can hold on to your backs of your thighs, your calves, your ankles, or your feet if you can. We're going to just try and pull the heels so they're over the knees. Don't worry if it doesn't quite get there. If you're there, that's fine. Pull the knees then down in towards your shoulders. And just let your shoulders feel heavy in towards the floor too. Taking some nice big breaths in here. Relaxing the hips here if you can. Relaxing the back and the spine. And then exhale, release the feet down. Hug the knees in towards you. Nice tight hug with the arms then now. This is where we can allow the shoulders to round forwards if we give yourself a big hug. Maybe you want to rock here or draw little circles with the knees, or maybe you just like to stay still. And then just keeping the knees together, bring the feet down towards the floor so they come to the edge of the mat. Big breath in here as you just pause. And then exhale. If you would rather then come through to full Shavasana with the feet at the edges of the mat, slide the feet away from you. Shuffle, nestle those shoulders in underneath the rib cage and let your arms flop out to the side, closing your eyes. Start to take in some big deep breaths here as you allow yourself to just relax back in towards the mat. Just feeling the whole of the body melting back then in towards the floor. The body fully supported by the mat, the earth underneath. And then just take a moment to reflect on where you find support in your life, wherever or however that might be. How you keep yourself supported and be thankful for it. Be grateful, just pausing to show that moment of thanks. Or perhaps on reflection you find that maybe you're struggling to find some support at the moment, and use this time instead just to think about how you can reach out for support, whether that's, or find support for yourself, whether that is just simply giving yourself 5 minutes in the day just to be present for yourself, doing whatever you want. Or maybe there are some friends and family that you can reach out to, or maybe some external people that could help right now. Just remember, it is okay to take that time to support yourself, to reach out for support when you need it. And then when you're ready, start to move your fingers, move your toes, moving your hands and your feet. As you bring your arms then back past your head, take a big stretch out from fingers to toes. And then hug the knees up in towards your chest, taking a little rock from side to side. Before rolling round onto your left hand side. Slowly push yourself up to a comfortable seated position, wherever that might be. Pause for a moment as you just feel yourself grounded down. Think of your posture. We're going to feel the strength through the core, lengthen up to the crown of the head, and then allow your shoulder blades to melt, drop down through the rib cage. Inhale, reach the arms up, keep those shoulders down. And then as you exhale, just bring your fingers down to your center as you bow your head to your fingers, acknowledging your effort, your time on the mat, sealing it in with namaste. Good. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and that has left you feeling a little bit more open through the top, maybe a little bit more supported through that area as well. If perhaps you found some things came up, that may, sometimes when we're working on that area, things can get a little bit released. Don't worry about it. That is normal. Just give yourself the time that you need to just work through it, and maybe it means that you just have to come back to this video on another day. Perhaps you can work through it and finish it with doing the whole thing. Don't worry. Everything is going to be all okay. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment or a question if you have anything, and remember, if you do subscribe to the channel, you can then just help. It just helps you to keep up to date with all our videos as they come out. All right, take care then now. Bye.